Hey guys, Ziz here. So this is a guide for those of you who are new to Path of Exile or are looking to try it out for the first time. Path of Exile is a loot-based ARPG, and what makes it so special for me is the unique currency system of Path of Exile. So as opposed to other games that have a gold-based currency and stuff like that, the crafting currency is also the trading currency in this game. So the most universal one would be the Chaos Orbs, which reforges a rare item with new random properties. It rerolls the entire item. The developers release a new challenge league every 3 months and a new expansion every 6 months, and it's all for free. And it's important to note that there's no pay to win in this game. Like, you can't buy any XP boosts or any free levels or anything like that. The only thing you can buy that gives you an advantage is the stash tabs, which you might look into buying if you get hooked on the game. Here's the most common orbs. Transmutes turn an item blue, alterations reroll a blue item, and augments fill in a blue stat. Blue item can have 2 properties, a prefix and a suffix. Regals, which are a bit rarer, can turn a magic item into rare by adding 1 stat to the item. Alchemies can turn a white item into a rare, and a chaos orb can reroll a rare item entirely. Divine Orbs, Exalted Orbs, and Mirror of Kalandar are very rare currency, especially the Mirror. It's something very few players will ever get. You really want to save those items for later and learn more about the items. They're not very important early on in the game. A lot of people will sell these for a bunch of the smaller currencies, since, for example, Exalted Orbs are mostly used in endgame crafting. There are websites like Pewee Ninja and the Poe.Trade currency exchange where you can look up what currencies are worth so you don't undersell it. When creating a new character, you can see that you have some options. You have temporary leagues, they have new content and a fresh economy, and generally last 3 months. When they expire, all the stash tabs and characters get moved to the parent league. So if you're playing on, for example, Essence, they'll get moved to Standard. You can also play either Standard or Hardcore Perm League, but you won't get to try the newest Challenge League content. When starting out, the skill tree can look very complicated, but the more and more you play, the less complex it'll get, and you'll see which nodes fit together. Early on, I'll recommend using some build guides so you don't mess up your tree completely, and I'll be recommending some guides in the description down below. Unlike some games where skills are connected to the class you use, you can use any skill with any class in Path of Exile. And they're all in the form of skill gems like this. And we have socketed links in gear, so you would place in a gear and then you connect it to the other gems, support gems. You get support gems as soon as you enter the lower prison, so you can go back to town and pick them up there. You can highlight sockets in gear to see what things are connected as well. And support gems can amplify or completely change the way an active skill gem works. Now, and the way you can see what is linked is that it gets highlighted here. And a support gem can completely change the way a skill gem works, or amplify the damage, or even change the damage type. If you want to see what supports work, or what a skill is affected by, you can look at the tags at the top. So here you see Fireball has a projectile, a spell, a AoE, and a fire tag. So all those will affect it. So here's an example of the normal Fireball, 1 projectile. And we can add in a greater multiple projectile, giving it 5 fireballs instead. You can also change it to chain, and you can like combine gems in really fun ways. There's a lot of different ways to use support gems. Chests and 2-handers can get 6 sockets, and the other slots can get 4. 5 links are fairly uncommon, but 6 links are very valuable. Increasing quality on equipment gives a higher chance of more sockets when using jeweler orbs, and for getting more links when using fusings. A 6th link cannot be rolled over using an orb of fusing. For trading items, there's a website called Poe.Trade, it's what most people use, and you can search for items, and to link items on this site you can use either the in-game premium stash tabs or a program called Acquisition. I'll be linking an example video of Poe.Trade and some tips on how to use it in the description, and a video on how to price check your own items by Mathils. Survival can be really difficult, especially if you're playing hardcore. I have a separate survival guide, but some quick tips will be getting close to 75% all resist. Don't worry too much about chaos resist, it's not mandatory. Transmute and all crafting your potions to be instant is a great lifesaver as well, and remember to upgrade your potions as you progress. There's currently 3 difficulties, and you need 20% more resist for cruel and 40% more in merciless. On gear, there's life and energy shield, which will both increase your total health pool. Chaos damage goes through energy shield unless you use a specially unique item, or a keystone called Chaos Inoculation. For further mitigation against physical attacks, you have Evasion, Armor, Block, and Dodge. There are some global modifiers in the game, such as percentage global energy shield on amulet or rings, and they will look very similar to percentage increased energy shield, for example, on a chest piece, which is local. Same with physical damage increased on a weapon will not increase the physical damage you do with a spell. The easy rule of thumb is that jewelry generally have global modifiers, and equipment generally have local modifiers that only affect the item. A very important tip is holding down control when you're entering a new instance. It lets you reset the instance. Say you're not powerful enough to progress and you need to farm up more gear, then you can stay in one area and farm up. Dry Lake is currently the best zone in the game. It's got the highest density and gives you a very good XP. I have some other videos like an efficiency guide, mapping guides and stuff for later on that I'll be linking in the description, and I'll add more as I create them. There's also a lot of other streamers worth checking out. Most are quite happy to answer questions about the game, and the community in general is very helpful. If you have any questions, you can always drop by my channel at twitch.tv/Zizaran when I'm live, or you can drop me a private message either on YouTube or on Twitch. Welcome to Path of Exile, guys, and I hope you're enjoying your time.